right, well, Glenn Fisher, CEO of NavMD, man, always a pleasure to sit down with you.
Absolutely.
Always good to see you. I feel like I just saw you a few days ago. Different city, but same guys.
Yeah.
So talk to me, Glenn. I want to hear really quickly about NavMD, of course. I want to give you a chance to talk about that solution, and then talk about your role here today at the conference, as well as maybe some of the things you gleaned. So let's start first at who you are and really quickly what NavMD does.
Yeah, NavMD, we're in the insights business. I acquired this company a couple years ago, and with the idea that if we could get access to actionable insights, we can truly do something different with health plans that are provided to 155 million Americans through their health benefits. And by getting access to that data, I thought, oh my gosh, we're going to be able to fix health plan after health plan after health plan. But what I realized is, actionable insights are only actionable if somebody's doing something about it.
Somebody actually takes the action.
Right. Yeah. So, the four pieces that really, truly, I used to think healthcare was broken, but now I am confident it's fixed, and this mission's possible. If you have access to actionable insights, you're able to build an innovative team. You're able to deliver strategies and proven solutions. Those four key elements are what's needed to truly solve a health plan, one plan at a time.
Well, and so as somebody that, we won't have time to get fully into your background, but this is a new space for you, right? You've been in the FinTech world, you've owned a number of businesses as well that you've successfully run. What was it about data or data analytics that, as you were evaluating what businesses you wanted to enter into next, why data, why analytics, and why healthcare, of all things, to go out and help solve?
Back in 03, prior to 03, I had trucks, lots of trucks, trash trucks, shredding trucks. And I exited those businesses, and I was thinking, what's next? And I had an opportunity to build a FinTech platform that did servicing in the consumer loan space. So with that, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the importance of data. I learned a lot about the importance of integrations that streamline processes. And then when you look at this, the benefits world, there are brokers all over America that are doing a lot of heavy lifting. And if we could just make their life easier, they could support employers in a way different way, whether it's analytics or processes that they have to do over and over, like stop loss. That is a major process that if we can deliver value, we want to do that.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you looking at a problem and going, I'm going to go be a part of solving this. It is a complex problem, and it makes where our lives are never boring, obviously. But talk to me today about the seminar, though. You obviously had an opportunity to speak briefly about NavMD, obviously bring up some other folks, and then be a part of the Q&A. What was your primary role or primary kind of goal with today's attendance?
Yeah, well, it's interesting. You would think, since I'm in the healthcare analytics world, it was to share our story, but we have a self-funded plan as well, and I'm always looking for ways to add value to our plan. And when you look at the cast of characters today that were a part of this, I mean, Adam, maybe the most innovative guy in the space. Rob, who is taking reference-based pricing to a whole new level. Rachel, who, arguably maybe the most impactful piece of the healthcare spend is pharmacy. And she has been doing the right thing. Her business has been doing the right thing for many, many years.
For 2 decades, man.
Yeah.
Even more, even longer than that.
Exactly. And then finally, David. He's putting his money into every single deal. And that's why he's the fastest growing captive in America.
Well, what's amazing too is I appreciate that you're coming here almost as an audience member, right? You played a role, and obviously NavMD was a part of this conference, but you're coming in to almost sit in the seat of a consumer. And so which one of these things are applicable to help with my plan? So you can look at it with a fresh set of eyes and go, hey, I'm just going to listen and I'm going to take things in. So of the things that we heard today, which there was numerous, I've got plenty of notes about them. Anything stood out to you that maybe it was an aha moment for you, or you didn't realize, and then you go, oh, I've never seen it laid out like that? What was some of your takeaways from today?
Probably the thing that has stood out, and I've heard Shine Solar's story, this will be the second time, I mean, you look at their plan before
Yeah.
and you look at their plan after. It is night and day. And if you're an employee of Shine Solar, you've got to be saying to yourself that I've hit the jackpot.
It's too good to be true, right? Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And I want to do that for my employees as well, the ones that we're providing benefits to. So I can't wait to get this team into my office, not only from a NavMD perspective, but from our own plan.
Well, it's almost like there's a mastermind group of folks that were on the stage today,
Exactly.
but I like that each one of them had their own role and responsibility within the healthcare, this kind of aggregated healthcare health plan, what they did, but then each one of them has some tie-in could be of service to one another. So it was like this superpower team of solutions that when combined are infinitely greater than the sum of their parts. So I think it was really cool for me just seeing the through line throughout of what everybody was trying to do. And it did sound, from my perspective, like most people are focused on the member, which I think is what you're talking about, the employees, right? How do we save them money but improve the quality of care, which seems like impossible to do, and Shine Solar was dispelling that notion pretty quickly. So it's fun to see it play out, and then have somebody. That guy was glowing. Lance was glowing ear to ear about it. He cannot wait to tell the story to anybody that wants to hear it, and think about how that makes him feel, and how those employees underneath. And so I'm glad you're going. All right, let's go apply this to my own plan and my own employees to make their lives better as well. And I think if everybody took that notion of being open to do that, there'd be a lot better outcomes than what we're seeing today. So wrap it up, Glenn, for me. Final closing thoughts. Obviously we've got some alcohol on the other side of this. Happy hour that maybe we're waiting, and I'm sorry to take you away, but leave me with kind of those closing thoughts of what you thought about today.
I guess at the end of the day, I wake up every day passionate about impacting the 155 million Americans that get their health coverage from their employer. And I used to think healthcare was broken. I know it's actually not. It's actually fixed. And we can do that one plan at a time.
Let's do it, man.
All right.
I want to be along for the ride. Thanks, Glenn.
All right, thanks.